can't see your screen.
Oh, I'm not even streaming yet. I'm like, I hit record and I forgot. There we go. Mm,
Here we
beautiful.
go.
I hope I got like a slightly drunk Matt. Matt is the word I was looking for.
I would imagine so.
You're a lot more like social when you're drinking. When you're sober, you're just like, damn, this guy's smart.
I would agree. I'd probably get more social.
I'm just scrimmaging because I was bored. But I guess I can leave the scrimmage, even though I just started it.
Doing some warm up.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna record soon, so I might as well just, I guess, scrimmage. They don't get any extra like EXP or anything for scrimmaging, so I was like,
That's kind of some shit they don't.
ooh, that was actually a bad decision. I mean, yeah, but probably only if they like did something really good. I'll leave it though. I don't need practice. I need to. It's probably more ideal to like play when like I'm not ready. Okay, so all we did our last episode is make a couple of roster adjustments. This might be easier to look at it. We do have two better point guards than Hayes, but we're gonna start Hayes as a backup point guard. Diallo, Bay. I think it's there's no superstar, right? So that's why it doesn't look like a good roster. But low key is a good roster if we be optimistic about it. Can you take apart the day bed from you while Macy's?
Now, did this come out of
Oh,
their
everyone wants to hang out.
trip to that dealer?
I'm gonna say hang out with friends.
It's too late. We're already on here.
Yeah. She thinks she can talk me into hanging out if I eat ice cream. Little does she know I'm healthy. I don't eat ice cream.
You're already drinking beer.
I'm getting my calories in. I saw this and thought this was kind of interesting just now. Do you see this? That Okafor has an A- inside and A- mid.
I didn't know he would have an A- mid. A- inside makes sense.
I've
but
actually seen him make threes, so the F on the three was kind of surprising. Because I thought that was kind of why he got drafted high, is because he was like a center who could shoot threes. But they probably were like, wow, you were so bad in the NBA, we gotta make that an F. But when you look at it just from this perspective, it's like he's got an A- in both, and then I scroll up for right, what is this, a 76. Yeah, there's an A and a B plus with Josh, A and a B plus with Grant, A minus Ellington, sure, A with Diallo inside, but it just seems like he's a lot more like capable than a lot more of these players than I thought.
I think it makes sense. I think that his inside would be so much better. I think the mid is what's most impressive to me, at least.
My mom asked if I was like, I'm hanging out with friends. Can I help you tomorrow? And she's like, okay. Are you leaving? No, it's all online.
That's how you get them.
Our generation's wild, man. We can just do everything online. All right. I just want to take a quick look here at the free agents. I don't think there's anything we necessarily want to do. Aldridge is kind of interesting if we want to bring in. The thing is, like, if we bring in players, like, are we really trying to win this season? Aren't we kind of trying to get a bad draft pick so we can build our team around, like, a young person?
I feel like we're definitely in a rebuild stage.
I just don't think signing veterans are really gonna help us much. Like, maybe if we see a young player and we're like, hey, Marquise Chris is hurt right now, but like, we're kind of, I don't know. I like kind of where we're at, I guess, at the moment. Unless there's like a superstar potential kind of player.
I don't know what. I don't think there's any superstars we could really trade for
Thon?
with the roster we have.
Do you think maybe we should sign Thon?
I thought, is he a free agent?
He is a free agent right now. And he's only 23, 73-year-old. Pretty
I
good
like
offensively.
the B plus 3-point is what I always like about Thon. He's a big guy who can shoot, and he's 7 foot.
B plus potential means he's got room to grow.
I wish he could
I thought he
rebound
was
a little
super
better.
athletic, but is he not that athletic?
I thought he was more athletic. I don't know. I think we should sign him.
I think that'd be a guy I'd be interested in signing. Like, especially we only have like 2 centers right now.
I definitely like having a stretch 5.
Yeah. Bolden was a UCLA guy. That's not too bad, but like, I don't know. I don't see any superstars that like, hey, you probably should have signed that in year 1.
No.
Yeah, especially now that I'm in like the 70s.
J.R. Smith, the Henny God.
Why do I
Look at
know
all
that he's
those
gonna like brick a
badges.
3 for us to lose a game?
No, hold on. But do you see all those badges he has? Scroll back up.
That's true. Actually, I didn't think about that. We could bring in like a veteran to, you know,
He
like,
could even be like a mentor, because even if we gave used him to train Diallo, with all those badges.
that's also the thing is like I don't plan on like having Diallo.
Who's gonna be the 2 long term?
I don't feel like necessarily committed to a Diallo or Dennis Smith Jr. You're saying I should listen to Grant because 26 and being 85 is pretty solid. I just kind of think it's more of a commitment of like 2 to 3 years commitment, not like a I want to retire a jersey commitment.
I feel like the only good player on the Pistons IRL and in this 2K is Grant. So it's really it depends if you want to sell the farm or who you want to build around. Because I think Stewart could be good, but he's not quite there yet.
I'm looking at it now, and he's got a D- rebounding, so I feel like he never really should be a power forward if he is not good at rebounding.
No, he should always play at the 3.
Yeah, so like I don't know why because he doesn't actually play the 4 though in real life.
I think sometimes they have him play at the 4, probably in like the small ball lineup. I think when you have Isaiah Stewart that they use as a 5 in real life at 6'8", I feel like they end up in like a lot of smaller ball lineups.
That's fair. Maybe that's why they get fucking suck, but
It has to be part of it. At the end of the season, Stewart was starting to play better, but
yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how he goes because wasn't he a rookie this year?
yes,
But he's like, yeah, he was a first rounder, but he was like a mid-late kind of guy to where like, you know, you didn't put too much into it, but it's more that like the opportunity is presenting himself. And you're kind of interested to see how it goes.
I think he should end up playing pretty well. At the end of the season, he was starting to show some real potential, and he was grabbing a lot of boards, especially. That's why it surprised me that he was only 6'8" when you told me that earlier.
Yeah. I thought he plays a lot more center and power forward. It's like, that's too short, man, for center. This is, okay, we should get into this, though. This is our first look.
I haven't seen this.
This is our first look at, like, the mock draft. What they're saying
Okay,
right now.
these are the guys coming up.
Well, so obviously, right, this is day 1 of the season. So our record isn't defined. They're actually thinking right now that the Warriors are the worst team in the NBA. So
That's shocking.
it is kind of mind-boggling. We're kind of just looking at the prospects, though. Like, let's see what it even thinks that we are right now. We have the worst, like, roster in the whole NBA. Maybe, like, at least 2 or 3. Oh, wait,
You'd think
did we just not have
so.
a first-round pick?
Apparently, What did they trade our first round pick for?
I don't know what could possibly even worth it. I'll
Hold
be so
on, we
livid
have
if we
to
overpick.
we have to change we have to change our team.
Ugh. Do we just have
We
two
have to be the
second
Warriors.
rounders? Hold on.
That's weak.
Let me look at original. Originally, like, we should be a bottom 5 team. But I guess the Rockets have our pick. What did the Rockets trade the Pistons? Was it Grant?
We have? Or are you talking about Christian Wood?
Oh, it might have been Christian. Did they really freaking trade a first round pick for Christian Wood? Ugh. Do we not have Christian Wood anymore?
No, the Rockets have Wood. That's been their.
Oh, yeah, so why did they have our first round pick? I don't see
I
any
don't know.
Rockets
That's
players. Was Jamari Grant a Rocket?
no. He used to play for the Nuggets. I think he was a free agent.
Yeah, OKC and Denver.
Yeah, I
Portland or
really don't
Philadelphia?
understand.
Okay. Who? What? What did we get from the Rockets?
I don't understand why the Rockets would have our first, unless it used to be like some weird deal.
I guess. But I'm not seeing any of these players even playing for Houston.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Like, I guess we could have
Doesn't really
traded them
make
already.
sense.
Okay, wait. Where do I go? Front office should be here. View picks. Okay. Ugh! We're not supposed to have a regular pick for 2 more years.
It should. Oh my god. Do you think we should change our team?
No, I think we should embrace the struggle.
I
I think
you have to. You have to trade Plumlee right now. Try and get a better pick,
I think
even in like a late first.
we should play this first game, okay?
Okay, play the first game.
And
Then
we'll,
we have to
I
make
almost
some
want to
moves.
play that game right away now, just so I can get it over with.
No, just
Sure.
play the game right now. Just do it. It's.
Let me take a quick look. Is there anything else that we need to look at real quick before we? Oh, we need to do this mentorship real quick. Okay.
Did you sign Jr?
I did not. We could do that.
You have to go. You should sign Jr. before anything else. At least go look at his badges, because I think
does
he
have
has
a
to have a. He has to have a handful of Hall of Fame too.
Well, the thing
And
is
he's
about
probably-
that is I was looking at that, and we kind of have Wayne Ellington, who might do about the same thing. Who's
I don't think Wayne's
good
old,
shooter.
but I don't think he has a lot of badges. Like, go look at Wayne right now on the roster.
Wait, hold
I
on,
don't
let
think
me,
he has.
Let me do this Dennis Smith one, okay? A bunch of bronze badges. I'm seeing
Only
pickpocket
he's
was
only got
okay.
6 bronze and 1 silver.
We could do
I
the
can
silver
see his-
one because why not? And silver.
Yeah, but
I don't know what else. I'm thinking Showtime for the other one. Sure. Okay. That's one. Okay. Oh, you're right. Wayne Ellington only has 2 badges, and they're not even good badges, really.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Okay. I'll humor you. We'll bring
Hold
in
on, who has
JR
27 badges?
mentor.
Wait, scroll back up. Someone had 27 badges up there.
Aldridge has 22. Isaiah has 27.
What 27 does Isaiah have? Like, check out his player card.
6 shooting. Good badges. These are also good badges. They're all great badges. I don't know.
Go take a look at JR's.
It sounds like you really want Hamadou Diallo to fuck. Should we sign Thon Maker? Should we talk about this real quick?
I'm down to sign Thon too.
Okay, it says we need to.
Drop some people from the roster. Do you want to play the or
I want to play the first game first.
I would like to think they should be there after the first game. I see
I
no
would think
reason
so as well.
why.
I think Thon, JR, and Isaiah are all going to be there. But I just think like you should almost like it's almost like giving courtesy to the to their current roster and like know like how bad the beginning was.
Mm-hmm.
To know like how
So we
bad
know it's
the struggle was.
a rags to riches story.
Yeah.
For the Pistons,
Instead of like making
the
immediate
journey of a
trades.
new season starts now. The challenges of the past have become fuel.
How's the
to
audio for you? Is that
create
really
a
quiet?
path to
'Cause I
success.
was hoping it's quiet. We could talk over it.
Pistons.
No, I can't hear the game, so that
Okay.
part is good.
Did you want to hear the game? I can turn it up louder, but
No, that's fine. I don't really need to hear the game.
what are you doing right now?
I'm playing 2K also actually to be a part of the experience. I'm playing my team.
That's hype.
Right now I got Bird at the point guard. I got JR at my 2. I got Dr. J at the 3. Nurkic at the 4, interestingly enough, and Shaq. But they're all like the best versions of themselves.
Oh, that's nice.
Monday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks.
I love JR.
I'm-
But it was just like after that whole finals thing,
Coming
we're
to an
like,
end. We're just about ready for our tip-off.
He didn't know they had a timeout, or no timeout, I guess.
yeah, I think that
Well, Kevin,
everybody
even
just
though
kinda hates it
starters
now.
are important.
David Aldridge, thank you.
I don't necessarily hate JR. I think he's more of a meme, but I wasn't that invested in this Cavs either. I feel like if I had been like a real Cavs fan, I'd be like depressed and probably hate JR. but-
It's kind of funny, like Jeremiah, Germani, Grant.
Jeremy? I don't know, yeah, I know.
He it seems like he's definitely the best player overall on this team.
With
I kind of felt like
Un-
for fantasy, Mason
And a look at the
Mason
starters
Plumlee
for the
seemed
Pistons.
to be really good.
Plumlee did pretty well, fantasy-wise. In real life, definitely Grant was the best, and then Plumlee did put up some decent numbers. I wish I was like sad before the season because I'd added Grant too close to the draft and our keeper allegedly, and you were like, you can't have Grant, and I was like, okay. And then I drafted Halliburton, so I guess that's a good move long term. But I should have drafted Grant sooner.
Inside.
Oh, here we go. Grant for the first bucket in Pistons history since I took over as head coach.
when it comes to making that lead pass.
Young passes to Collins.
I can't lie to you. It was a good decision.
Young against Smith. And that
Oh,
one
dear.
drops for him.
Trey Young's a
Yeah.
crafty
Fucking-
operator from mid-range.
Alright, I should
Stewart
probably get
better
serious.
not be
Any range.
alive, baby. You gotta lock in.
Now here is Smith.
This I can mostly see the game. It's a little blurry, but I can explain it.
I'm
Did
actually
you just foul somebody with Dennis?
Pistons shooting their first free throws
When I
of the night.
record though, it
And
should be
team
all fine.
stats last
So,
season.
Oh, no,
video will be fine.
Dennis.
It's just about your
So some
entertainment.
numbers
It's
that
probably
they
not
can
gonna be great.
definitely improve upon.
Actually, it's not too laggy. I think it's mostly just the view of the game. It's slightly pixelated, but it looks pretty good overall. I see you shooting free throws with Dennis. I don't know if there's some sort of delay.
I greened the
he
first
makes
one.
both free
The second one I did not green.
I saw you green the first one.
Combination of athleticism, speed,
What are you doing
and
right now?
intelligence
Actively.
Smith
About to
Jr.
defend
has.
Trey Young.
That's so impressive. Just a dynamic
now I'm
Yeah, I
point
see
guard
Trey
with
coming up.
loads of potential.
I lied.
Okay, there's not much
Now,
delay.
here is Young.
Yeah, I see you just switch back to Dennis.
There's the
Trey's got the
three.
ball, switch back.
Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for
Okay,
1.
got the board with
Well,
Plumlee.
John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a
See what Isaiah
powerhouse
Stewart
on
can
the
do.
offensive end. He
Huh?
can attack from
Not very
inside
much.
Oh, damn.
as well as outside.
Ouch.
That hurt.
That was rough.
Bogdanovich finds Young. Outside Collins.
I mean, I got players here. We could
Hawks
we could
passing it
potentially
around.
win this. We're winning right
Pass
now.
to Bogdanovich.
So
Shot clock at 5.
Honestly, I feel like we should sign
Goes up and
Thon,
lays it.
JR, and potentially even Isaiah.
I agree with those moves, honestly.
That would do a lot for this team, even just from a playing standpoint. Because at least JR, you know, can like knock down some threes. Isaiah could run like we can make Isaiah like 6-man. Hayes can have his time, but for now, I think if we want to win any games,
Matt, there is one little thing that you're not taking into account too about the whole Isaiah thing. Is we are good, honest Coug men.
Bogdanovich off the drive. Yes,
You
that
know
goes
Isaiah
in.
Thomas is UW scum.
Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the game.
I feel like he's so short. It's just like I honestly hate him for 2K. Like in real life
You know,
and
once he
2K, I'm
gets
a
in the
huge
rhythm,
Isaiah
he's
guy,
a
but he's got so
really
many
tough guy
badges.
to stop.
Now here is Smith. Shoots over Capella. Smith, no luck. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
I don't know if it's just me. I'm a short guy, so like it might be just that I
Look
like
at the
short
pass
players.
from Hunter, wanting to get his
Hold on.
teammates involved.
Can you move your face on the screen?
I can like
Is that possible?
more.
No, not like physically, like your position in front of your camera. I just realized where your face shows up on my screen. You're in front of the score. I can't see
I'm in front of what?
the score. Like I can't tell
Oh,
what.
the score. Okay. What corner do you think is better? The left?
If you could be in the left, yeah, that's much better. There we
Okay.
go.
Thanks for saying that. I appreciate that.
That's on
You're right. That's
Capella.
really
Oh,
important
the
to think
officials
about.
are all over that.
Okay,
This
now I
is
can
his
see.
first free throw
I'm
of
much
the
more
game.
excited. See, we're down 2.
Oh God! Oh God! I was
He
shooting free
misses the
throws.
free throw.
Wow, what did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
Oops.
Gallinari, he's checked in for
Mason
Atlanta.
Plumlee with 3, 2, and 1
The
already.
Hawks leading.
That's hot. So I kind of want to dunk on some of
Plumlee had
Diallo.
some triple doubles this year. Okay, what are we talking
Over
about?
Diallo.
I
And
need
the
to get
Hawks
Diallo
getting
good.
another basket right there.
Some guys just
all I was
understand
talking
how to
about.
generate
Yeah.
points.
That's all you're
More of
talking
that.
about. It's just you have okay. Now the only issue you have a red box still around your face.
I have a red box around
Like-
my face.
Side.
So go back to the stream screen and just click off to the left side, and it'll probably take it
Oh, like
off. I
that?
think it's just from. Yeah, that there you go.
Thank you.
Perfect.
All this intensification. And it's just Dennis Smith.
To the middle.
Passion.
Here's Stewart.
Isaiah!
His lead pass,
Let's
and he
go.
throws
That's
it
beautiful.
down.
And Smith is talented
see
at
Isaiah
cutting the
fucking do
D to
something.
pieces in the pick and roll. An excellent passer in these sets.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation
Nice
tonight
work.
to show they've improved.
Now Diallo after the missed three from Trey Young. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
Only down 1.
And the Hawks
It wasn't
making a
especially
change here.
good stone
Williams
line.
is checked in. And that was another look at the
It was a
aggressive
good
D
fit.
that led to the mobile
I
one
like-
block.
This is just a funny
And
shot.
early in
Red
the
and
game, a
white's more
defensive
than
play
red,
like
red.
that goes a long way.
Yeah, I don't know why 2K21s
establishing
are all about the blocks
attitude
now.
you want.
Those mobile 1 blocks.
Here's Diallo.
That was
A
easy.
slam dunk by Diallo.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is
Just wide
no
open. I'm like, cool.
stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well,
That's
at least
a
I got a
big-time
dunk in with
move
Diallo
and
in game
a
1.
big time finish.
So it's Atlanta now.
I'm
How do you
I
feel-
might get a poster, but I doubt it.
Here's Young.
I think you could still.
That one falls.
But how do you feel about how
The
many
game.
first-round
Two for
picks
three.
the Thunder
Unlike
have?
some great perimeter shooters, Trey Young is
over the
consistently
coming years.
probing
The
for
amount of
best
first-round
look.
picks that
And the
the
Pistons
Heat,
decide
no,
to take their
the Rockets
first
have.
timeout right here.
The Rockets have
Dude,
a
the-
You know you grew up with
I haven't heard
aspirations
about the
of
Rockets
someday
picks
getting
as
into
much.
the
I know
Hall of Fame.
the Thunder have
Players
like a ridiculous
who you could
amount of
see
They
picks.
traded
maybe
Harden for a
taking
bunch of
that same
picks,
route.
and then
No doubt. There's several guys
else they trade?
in today's game. You know, Harrison
Oladipo
Barnes
to the Heat.
has the polish.
I would
know
imagine
he's
they
had
got some
promise
picks for.
that
Yeah.
may be going in that direction.
wait, Oladipo's on the
Teammates
Heat.
nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the
Yes.
president for
Oh
his
my God, are they
statement
already
He's-
eliminated from the playoffs?
to affecting
Yes, I think he might have been hurt.
That would make sense. But that's a deep roster, fuck.
There's several guys again.
The Heat should be good. I mean,
I like Oladipo.
I love-
myself.
I love Bam. Oladipo,
And
I'm a
sharp
relative
guys
fan
in the
of.
NBA.
I'm a big
Now Grant
Sabonis
after
fan, so I like the
Gallinari misses from
Pacers.
long range. Now the pass to Bay. And stolen
Did
by
you see
Okongwu.
at the end of our last fantasy season, the keeper, someone dropped Joe Harris?
Nice pass. Let him
I
go.
think Lucas
For the
did.
layup.
Who ended up winning it, so I guess he's not too mad about it.
Coming from inside the paint.
It's understandable. I think I'm gonna keep Joe though. I like Joe Harris.
Here's Grant
bet.
and the dunk by
I
Grant.
like Joe Harris.
Trying to attack the heart
I think
of
he's
that
extremely
defense with
underrated.
great
He's a
teamwork.
really solid three-point shooter. I think he's better than JJ Redick.
I would agree, especially at this point. Maybe in the past, JJ was better, but at this point in their respective careers,
Grant outside.
yeah, I don't know. Joe's a sniper.
I'm a little fussy with Joe because of
Feeds it to
the
Okafor.
whole like WCU debate or whatever.
Yeah,
Rebounded by the
going
He
to
committed
Virginia.
to WSU and then like decided not to do it or something like that.
I think the problem was they changed coaches and he followed the coach to the new school he went to. So I can respect that. Like I
There's a
can
reasonable
be
reason
disappointed.
not to stay, I guess.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Is I think it's one of those things that had the coach stayed with WSU. I feel like it's more the coach's fault, if anything. Like I feel like Joe was down to stay, but
Open and close in
there was
Yes,
the change of heart.
Stewart's got his second basket.
They're
I just
finding
realized I
lanes
should probably be
to
feeding
move now
Stewart.
with consistency.
How many
just get his
points does he
stat
have?
From the paint.
Just has
Gallinari
4 right now,
outside.
but
Okay.
4 points. I mean.
Yeah, I can see
Looking over the floor.
I saw it for a
He's
second.
got to be disappointed with himself.
I
4,
can
1, and
see
2.
the
He's got to knock those
gameplay in
down.
general. He was playing pretty well, but the
Stewart passes to Okafor.
stats are pretty blurred on my
Slams it
screen
in.
from the stream. So that's the one part I can't really tell.
Yeah,
But I
it's-
can
had
see
to
the
pay for, like,
overall
a free
score.
game subscription
Then
or
you
something
wonder
to,
how
like,
long
get it
they
to
can
60
keep it going.
FPS.
At some
I guess
point,
it
you
can
Ah.
expect the defense will adjust.
Williams. He can't get that one. And it's Detroit the other
That makes
way.
sense. I can see it's 17-17 though, so that's good.
No one near.
Come on,
Smith as
Dennis.
he lets it
Oh,
go.
Dennis, you suck. Do it again.
Fires from deep. Gets that
Yes,
one to
thank God.
drop.
There we
Leading
go.
the game
Made a
after
3.
4 straight misses.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them.
But everybody's
offensively.
tired. I better go into our bench as soon as we get
Here's
next another
Dunn.
timeout. Oh god, it's already like the end of the first quarter and I just
Outside Williams.
walk in the starters. the
And
whole time.
good that time.
Despite having a small frame,
guess I got Bay out
this is
here.
a big part of Lou Williams' game.
That's how it goes
Taking
sometimes.
it up
Base.
strong
Okay, we got
inside.
Okafor. Okay.
To the wing right side. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Detroit.
And
Nice
he's
work,
not going to
man.
miss that sort of an opportunity.
10 and 2
from
run.
deep.
The Hawks trail by 4. 7-second difference.
I'm sorry, I gotta drink. 1 second.
That's a pretty good run.
Shot in game clock.
we gotta start choking. That's what I'm getting at.
Outside
Are you
Williams.
saying you have to lose this
You
game?
have to like
I'm
their
like I
work
should.
For the-
Otherwise, I have to like upgrade the
particularly
difficulty.
here to start the game.
Smith the pass to Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the mindset of
I
Smith.
feel like it's
Solid
not a
running the
complete
offense,
blowout yet.
finding his
That's
We'll
true.
see how the game finishes.
It's not like I was
If
I was
you're
trying
up
to
by,
talk shit
like,
like, oh, I'm
40.
just dominating them so
Good
much.
on
I
the
gotta
13-footer.
start
The
drinking so
defense is
much.
not
I just been like,
existing they were there. It's pretty
It should be
easy
harder.
to score like he did.
If at the end of the game you're up by like 40, for sure we'll definitely have to go up to superstar.
The Pistons
first
on top
quarter, I'm up 4.
as they wrap up the first
And
quarter.
That's
12 to 4
Do you really
With-
think
it's within a
Pistons will be
margin.
up 4 in the first quarter against like a playoff team like the Hawks right now?
I don't even know. I didn't believe in the Hawks coming into this year, so I don't know what to believe about them. But
I'm big on Trae Young, so like I believe it. You know that Trae Young did much though.
I do like Trey, even if he's balding.
His haircut is bad. Have I told you like that's one of the only things that like I'm not a huge fan about like this whole Trey Lance thing being our future quarterback. I think he's gonna get roasted for his haircut sooner or later. I think he's balding. He's only 21 and I think he's balding.
Credit the game plan coming in.
I guess the one nice thing about football is you're wearing a helmet most of the time.
That's fair. It doesn't actually like matter.
All fueled up
But-
and ready to go. Let's
And I
reset
feel
the
like, I guess at least in football too, I feel like if he comes out and he performs, even if like if he's balling, if he's balding,
Then there's
people won't
Jahlil
care.
Okafor. Then there's Hayes.
you just need to
Hayes
ball
in
to
the shooting
bald.
guard position. Here's Hayes after Clint Capella's bucket. Hayes with
And I guess Trey's doing the
Bryant
same thing.
deep. Is rebounded by Lou
He's
Williams.
taking on the mentality.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that like no matter any quarterback
He is
can be so
definitely going to
good,
the bench and
but like
maybe to the locker room.
there's always a
We've
reason to
got
play
an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
So
Kevin,
Mhm.
like with
thank
Russell Wilson, you're
for
just
the
I don't,
Pistons
like not that it's
rebuild
maybe
has been a dirty
appropriate.
word.
I guess
All
it'd be
their
his religion.
injuries last season.
You like make fun of him.
Playoff picture is out of the cards.
That's totally what you make fun of him for though, like for being a cornball like that.
He is a cornball.
It
he like not even okay. It's not necessarily religion. It's just that
Building up that talent base. Thank you,
that
David.
is what.
That one falls.
Ooh, that was
And
cool.
the Pistons lead by
Right,
one.
boy, yeah.
Good job of stepping up to the plate.
That's
there,
just that's part of his
seizing back the
personality. Is what I'm
momentum
saying.
for
That,
his
like,
team.
That's the competitor.
He's a
in
little
him.
odd. That
I
he,
get what you're saying.
not odd.
It is. It's an his approach to it's interesting, but I guess he's just really into his religion.
The agility,
I do think
the
that like
hops,
it's really
the
good
great
for a
hands.
quarterback
Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
for like to
He's
rally
got-
guys up. You know what I mean? Like you could just be like a lot of guys like no.
Unusual
Russell
for
Wilson's
him,
that type of
just
guy
a
though.
lack
That
of
like
concentration
you sit there in like the
fails
fourth
to
quarter and
finish
like
the
he
play.
can really rile you up and be
Some
like,
coaches
no,
might
we're
not
winning
like
this game.
taking
in
the
the
three
fourth
on the
quarter.
fast
You
break,
know what I
but
mean?
he had the open look and buried
The
it.
Seahawks and Russell have definitely taken that approach.
I
Oh
don't know
no,
if that's
it's
necessarily
still
like
He's the best Okafor.
what's it called?
Uses the
His
glass to finish the
personality
layup.
has to do with it,
Okafor's
but
got
he's like he's
six.
faithful, he's loyal
Third straight
to like
leg
a
off of
degree
the
that
six.
like that helps.
I don't know. This off season and some of the comments and everything coming out. And for a second, I really did think the Seahawks might be trading Russell. Like it seemed like the relationship might have been that fractured. So I don't know. We'll
And I
see.
think it's coming. I just think that like right now it's not financially like feasible. It might be coming though, and I think you should prepare yourself. I don't think he's gonna retire as a
like-
Hawk, I guess, from an outside.
No,
One could have
no, I don't think he's gonna retire Seahawk either at this point. Which I mean, it's kind of sad, but I feel like that's not too uncommon in sports these days.
I am glad you did too.
Like I guess I feel like a lot of defensive players and maybe some like linemen might do that, but I feel like a lot of wide receivers, quarterbacks, and running backs take the route of chasing a paycheck at a certain point in their career.
I kind of thought about it earlier
And it's Hunter with the
today.
jam.
Good awareness from Hunter.
And I was
Puts
thinking like
himself in a
it
position
seems like
to
Seattle has to
finish that
really
play.
nail down these like late round picks.
Here's
Uh,
Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
Not like necessarily late, but like you have to kind of have superstars.
You know,
For
his
stu-
passing
people don't
can
like to
take
play in
a
Seattle.
backseat for that dunk.
I don't know what it is. I've been to Seattle. a couple
Just
times. I think it's
makes
fun.
sense.
It's a cool place. I don't know
Necessarily
they don't like
why.
it. But it seems like superstars don't want to do it.
Following the bucket by the Pistons.
Um,
No good on the wing three.
And like you have to nail these picks like the DK Metcalfs or the Russell Wilsons.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the
I
second
I don't
quarter.
necessarily understand. I understand like Russell wasn't that hyped coming into the draft, but I feel like DK was only underhyped because of like off the field issues and more like perceived locker room. Because I feel like physically speaking, there's no reason to think a guy like that would be successful in the NFL.
I mean, you see his body one
And-
time, you're like, that's probably an NFL player who's good at football.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it doesn't make sense, like especially how much he fell in the draft. Like I love that we have him, but it just doesn't make sense to me
No,
how you could let.
in my mock draft before the NFL draft, I had DK Metcalf going as like the first overall wide receiver. And I had like the Ravens trading up for him. And the Ravens did end up trading up. And they traded up for Marquise Brown. I was like, what? Why would they not trade up for DK?
Hollywood Browns got speed, but I feel like a player like DK would be so much better for the Ravens, but that's all. Shoulda, woulda, coulda at this point, of course.
Yeah.
Shot clock
And I
at
think that
6.
was
Down
that-
low.
part of the hype was because the Chiefs just won the Super Bowl that year. So I think everyone was like, we should all be looking for these Tyreek Hills. Like they're the next big
Yeah.
wide receivers. I was like,
That makes sense.
the thing is
I
DK
can-
Metcalf is like big. He's like the next Megatron.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like ultimately physicality, and he's just like he's got raw speed and talent. Like I feel like that stop he had against the Cardinals is just like it speaks to how fast he is. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, where he like trucked down like Buda Baker or something. It's a big meme of like how he like he chased him down after like an interception or something and like almost stripped him, right?
Basically, like I feel like Buddha thought he was like away with it, and like out of nowhere DK was coming up, and I think he tackled him probably like pretty close to the end zone, but like just short of it still.
He was pretty positive he was getting like a pick six.
Mhm. In most situations, if you didn't have a guy like DK with that raw like speed and just like athleticism, you'd be getting away with it. But
Offensively, but that's not his job. What
I don't know, Lockett is still serviceable too, and
No,
I'm
Lockett's
interested to see.
extremely underrated. He had 1,000 yards last year, and he's like their slot
Mhm.
receiver.
with power.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And him and
Second season for Trey
Wilson
Young.
have that rapport at this point too.
Pulling off
True.
That
amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how
I
good do
feel
you
like
think he can be?
You know,
I was a little sad Greg Olson was too old. Like I was hoping that he would make a bigger impact for the Seahawks
He
this
was kind of
last
a
year,
sleeper
but
guy too in fantasy. That was like kind of exciting.
I thought he could be pretty useful, but it never really panned out.
Molinari comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And Kevin Herter subbed in for Bogdanovich. Smith drawn the double team. Pass to Bay. Fires for three. It's good. The assist that
Bay
time
is
from Smith.
2 for 2 for threes. I'm kind
Smith's got assist number 5 here tonight.
I'm feeling
How can you leave this guy that
aroused,
wide
if
open?
that's
Please, that's terrible.
Here's Herter.
He
Lobbed up there.
sleeper shooter.
Throws down the alley.
I can never stop alley-oops from
Yeah, credit Herter recognizes where the help is coming from.
I feel like in 2K, like there's no good way to. It's really hard to, unless a player has like a high defensive rating.
I think like it's fine if I do it. I'm just saying like if the computer does it to me, I'm like I don't know how to stop that.
In a close game like
That's
this,
what I'm saying.
everything has to be
Against another player, it's more easy, but against the CPU, I've never really been able to have much success.
Oops.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off. And get
This
those
game is
rebounds.
close enough so far that I don't necessarily
I'm
feel
feeling
like.
good about like the All-Star right
Molinari
now.
passes to
About
Herter.
how I am.
You feel
struggling
like
to win.
it's
It's like I don't think the
Just-
Bucks are a good team necessarily. I am high on Trey Young and all and Jog Collins, but like I also
from a 2K standpoint.
Yeah.
Right off the glass.
Like if you said I could trade for one of them, I would do it.
Here's Stewart. He dishes it to Okafor.
Oh, before you suck.
Some solid defense from
God damn
Gallinari.
it.
I feel like the more you drink too, I'm sure your 2K skills will continue to go downhill.
I'm one of those people who like aren't good at I hear a lot of people say like the more they'll smoke or drink, like they get better at video games. I've never been like that. I'm always like I get worse. I get sloppy.
I think it depends on the game. I think some like shooters and games like that I can continue to be alright at, but I feel like certain sports games that take timing and like more precision are more difficult to
Jackson kicks to Smith.
execute drone.
Yeah.
Smith
Because
on
I
the
feel
double
like
team.
I was playing like the show a bit before I started playing 2K. After I was drinking wine. Once I like finished the bottle, like my timing on all the pitches was just off.
I had that.
So like
I remember I just
So
got to
it's
the
Detroit now.
majors and I was
Just
like
4 to shoot.
pretty messed up, to say the least.
Here's Jackson, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling
Oh.
the shot clock violation.
And I had like the
So
worst
for
like
the
few
Hawks,
games of my life
Okongwu
when I was
is
playing
checked
it. And I
in
was
for
like, well, I
Capella.
just got demoted back to
Williams
AAA,
comes
and I was
in
like,
for Collins.
I probably should have seen that
And
coming.
Christian subbed in for Young. Newboy is
That's the
checked in
worst.
for the Pistons.
Yeah.
Hey,
To be fair, I was
hold on,
noticing
I-
that like from like those AAA games,
Here's
your
Williams.
box is like straight up.
Detroit with the rebound. Up next for
It
them
makes sense,
is
I
the
guess.
Pacers in Indianapolis.
Versus
That'll be the second of this 2-game road
Going
trip.
to majors, like
Hayes
they
dishes
really
to
sit you on a
Newboy.
curve.
oh shit, the Nets beat the Bucks.
Yeah, I saw that. KD had
51
like
seconds
I
left in
have-
the first
yeah.
half.
49.
He gets that one.
That's
Heard
what
he
I'm
had a
looking
clutch
at
shot.
right
In the
now.
quarter.
49 points. He had a triple double too. He had 17 boards and 10 assists.
That's low key the best thing that could happen for them, because like I think that's the big concern with the Nets
Harden,
is if KD is
Harden-
not 100%.
no, if KD gets hurt at this point, they're fucked.
No, I think
Harden-
Kyrie and Harden
Jesus
still be
Christ.
good.
I
don't
read
think it's a
Kyrie
guarantee by any
Kyrie.
means.
I read Kyrie might be out for like the rest of the playoffs, and then Harden played 46 minutes, but he shot 1 for 10, 0 for 8 from 3-point.
Left to play in the first half.
Yeah, he should probably chill on the threes, I guess, for a playoff game on your first game
Outside
back.
Williams.
He got 6 boards and 8 assists, but
That's good.
that shooting's rough.
I just think that I assume he really shut the threes.
That one's not going to go. And a close game so far.
Okay.
through the first two
I'm feeling good
quarters.
about this
Fucking-
difficulty right now. It's really close.
Hawks lead by
No,
one.
it's pretty
As bad
close.
as
I
I
feel
am,
like
I think I'm
David
also
Aldridge,
playing
who's standing
relatively
by
well.
from the sideline. All right, Dave.
I
just
feel
got-
like you can only do so much with this roster too.
and if I had better talent, then like I should expect
to
it.
my
I
teammate,
guess,
listen to the
is what I'm
coaches.
saying.
They're putting me in a great position. So come out, second half focus.
Do you want to hear a crazy stat from the Nets game?
Thank you, David. We'll be
Or at
back
least the
after
Nets side
halftime
of
for
it.
the
Yeah, lay it
start
on me.
of the second half momentarily.
Jeff Green shot 7 for 8 from 3.
2K Sports halftime show.
That is a
Ernie
really
Johnson,
clutch role
you look
player.
at the core of this young Hawks team. They have
He
Trey
had
Young,
27 points
John
overall. He
Collins,
shot 8 for 11 total.
Kenny is
I wish
definitely
LeBron
good
ever
enough
got
to
like
get them
one of his
out
role
of
players to do
the
something like
school
that.
one day.
Because you know he'd win no matter
really know
what.
how good.
Nah, I mean, like, that's just the
And
things
it's
you
just
say
about
about
time now
LeBron.
for
Is
the
like,
third quarter to get
he really
underway.
played with bums for a lot of his career. You're like, this is the greatest
Yeah.
ever. Why are you playing with bums? Kind of situation.
I feel. It is notable. I feel like the fact the Nets only won by 6, having Jeff Green shooting like that coming off the bench.
Right, and they didn't have Kyrie.
I don't think Kyrie's going to come back from what I've read.
Do you think this season or just the series?
On quality shots.
And many of those
I've read at least a series. I wouldn't be surprised for the season. It seems like his ankle injury is pretty severe.
I bet he comes back in the finals if they make the finals. Loki, dude,
I would imagine so.
I think the Bucks are gonna win the series right now.
And they haven't been able to
That's
turn
what
it
it's
into
looking
a
like
big
now.
lead.
I thought the Nets were going to win at first, but that was also me assuming that they'd have a healthy KD and Kyrie, with Harden potentially coming back late in the
You
series.
thought the Bucks would win with all three of them?
No, Nets win.
Okay.
I probably missaid that.
No, yeah,
but
yeah, agree. I think if you told me like Harden and KD and Kyrie are all gonna be healthy for that series, or even like just one of them is gonna probably get hurt, I still would probably say that. But now that we're dealing with a lot of situations where like 2 of them are hurt,
Unloads from 13. That's good from Collins. On the assist from
I'm thinking the
Bogdanovich.
Bucks can. They play good defensive basketball,
John Collins
and then
has
Giannis is
improved
very
his
efficient.
confidence from mid-range.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy.
Oh, 'cause,
Had his year cut short,
like what
and
I was
never
kind of,
had
I
a chance
texted
to
you about it
shoot.
earlier, but when I was watching that game, when the Bucks first, what's this replay? Hold on.
I just drilled a 3 with Isaiah Stewart.
He can hit threes. It looked like he had like a B
I didn't know
plus
he could.
rating. That's why we moved him to the 4. We
Yeah,
knew
that's
he
right.
could do
That's
that.
right. He has like a B plus, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
His
saying.
new team and
Yeah.
the Hawks.
Oh,
He
okay.
he can do it.
That's what. Yeah, that's especially why I'm like he should be a 4. He can score. He's at that height where he should. And he's not.
Collins
I
kicks
don't know
to
if he was
Young.
great at rebounding. At least I know Grant wasn't. So he definitely needs to be a 3.
Down to 5
I
on the
definitely
shot clock.
remember seeing
And the
some
quarter
box
over
scores
Grant.
where Stewart had a lot
Runner
of
no
boards.
good. And with Capella
I was
and
just
the
shocked, I
Hawks
guess, because
both
he's
excited
he
for
is
this
like I
season.
know we were saying like
And
6'8"
on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish
small,
inside,
and it's like no,
plays
he's a
well
big
with
man
John Collins
to be
and
clear.
Trae Young, and Capella
I
could
think
be
what
the
helped
difference maker that
too
can get
is
this
I think
team
those were in
back into
games
the
where
playoffs.
Plumlee was benched just because the
Looking to end
Pistons
his
were
post
straight up
foul,
tanking
and
too.
it's laid up
in
and
real
in
life.
by Young. Young's got 10.
I'm not happy about our guards. I like Diallo. I like Dennis Smith. I'm just saying that like, despite this
That's
huge
why
dunk,
we're-
which is pretty sexy, they're not like to build around or like have much
You're right.
potential
And if it
beyond this.
produces a slam like that, we'll
That's
probably
why we're
see
gonna
more.
go get
Especially if the
fucking
defense is gonna allow you
Isaiah
to do it.
and
Have to switch on that play.
fucking JR.
You're saying we should target a guard in the draft. Huh?
Plumlee with
Yeah,
the
I feel like long term we have to target a
Plumlee's
guard,
got
but
5
it
rebounds
we can
tonight.
definitely pick
Smith
up
with it. He's
JR
picked
and
up by
him,
Collins.
and they'll
Stolen
fucking
by
be
Bogdanovich.
better than the guys we have
I
right
don't
now.
think they're gonna play.
Fast break
my
chance.
problem.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing.
We'll make them play.
Good.
We
You
just
want them to play?
As that time as it falls.
Or,
I
like,
think
these young
so.
guys who have like
13,
potential
time called
to
here.
be
The
good
Pistons
eventually.
decide to talk it over. Reagan, New York,
I think for
Dodgers
this
play the number of
year,
championship
I guess
games
no.
in
If we're just gonna tank, we might as well get the young guys play. But we definitely have to get the older guys for the badge
This is what I
potential.
can promise you, man. We're not winning the NBA championship this year.
No, I would definitely didn't think we were gonna win the championship this year. I don't know if we'll make the playoffs this year.
Which, I mean, it also makes an interesting conversation of like, do you want to like try to make the playoffs for like fans,
they've
or,
got to take their
for,
baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like
or
you say, it does begin in the front office. And Capella
I guess
sends it back.
do you want to
we'll
make
wait
the
and see
playoffs
how
for
this
any reason? I don't really
finishes.
think so. I don't think it like
No.
necessarily helps us.
I don't think making playoffs helps this team
And
at
the
all.
dunk by Capella.
I think that knowing that we are like the worst team in the NBA, and like we don't have a franchise guy that like
Yeah, and
sells
once
you
you've
on
got
it,
him on the rope, Greg just keeps swinging away.
You know
so we're like,
why?
that's why
Because
I want us
this
to draft a
defense is
superstar,
nailing.
and then
They
hopefully
had
we
to
can like
stop
sign
him,
free
but couldn't
agents
secure the
and keep
rebound.
drafting well.
They're still looking for answers.
We're bringing guys.
I guess that could be the one nice thing in this offseason is we should have a lot of cap space.
He kicks it to Bogdanovich.
Yeah, we were just paying a lot of money for Blake Griffin. I don't know if people
Back to
know, like
Collins.
Blake Griffin's
Just
ridiculously
5 to
expensive.
shoot. And a miss there on the triple.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect.
It makes
them
some
to
sense.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see
I hope
the
you see
little
that.
nod and then just burst to the rim.
That was
for the
pretty
alley-oop
nice.
slam.
A
I like
pair
that
of
move. That was
teammates,
nice.
Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
How's your game going?
Pretty well. I'm like barely paying attention to it. I'm mostly watching your game, but I'm winning 47 to 13 against the CPU.
This is the first game in
Lob pass to
Matt Max
Capella.
Piston
And the
history.
dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys.
I
Exceptional.
might have to make my own
When
Piston
to go
team.
for
I might
alley-oop.
have to mimic.
Drive by.
Yeah, you gotta love seeing the young fella dunk that one home.
I had Dennis Smith Jr. just
Likes
dunk
to
on
show
Capella.
off that
It was
incredible
pretty hot.
vertical.
To dunk on somebody.
Calls their first time out of the
It's,
game.
That is the
one
one thing I like about Dennis.
But certainly coaching
This feels like one of
has
those
its place.
games though, where like
Yeah,
I'm
if
bringing
that
out the
weren't
best in
case,
a lot of our
you wouldn't
players.
see so many coaching changes.
Mm.
in the
I'm feeling good
offseason.
about the difficulty, I guess.
And the Hawks will go for a different
No,
look here.
I should probably switch the bench.
Kongwu's checked in for Clint
Oh,
Capella.
it is too late to switch the
Molinari
bench.
comes in for John Collins.
It'll happen next
Kevin
time.
Herter, he's checked in for Hunter. And it's Williams.
Usually when I'm sober, I'm on top of like my bench and my minutes.
Back to Herter. Fires the three.
Do you call timeouts or do you just
I do call yeah. I'm like,
sub?
they've been playing a lot. They're tired.
Here's Smith.
I'm usually not too great at acknowledging my players' needs. I just
Grant kicks to
I work
Diallo.
them to death.
They get it again. Out to Smith for the lead.
Come on.
Smith drawn the double team. Pistons passing it around. They now
Yes.
take the lead.
We're
Nice.
killing them,
Got
man.
7 points here in
We're
this
killing
one.
them right now.
No doubt about
This
the
it kind of feels like a
consistency
game
when it
like
comes
we're
to
really
scoring
underachieving, but like
for him
it also
tonight.
seems like
A
the Hawks are
real nice
choking.
lift for their offense.
Young
Then again, like
shot is good.
Trey can just like go to the rim and do whatever
Trey
he
Young
wants.
knows he's probably
can't
going to
defend
take
him.
contact,
That's-
and it doesn't matter
He's-
at all.
He's pretty slithery. He's got a lot of
Pass
badges.
to Diallo.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's
There we
Smith with
go.
the assist that time.
Diallo with the three.
Smith's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. The Hawks trail by 3.
I'm not like too focused on the
Young
stats
dishes to
too.
Gallinari.
Like 7-3-3 is
Young.
good for Stewart. So I'm like already like content.
In for his 7th make in
I bet
14
Trey is
tries.
killing me actually.
This period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
But I'm having a good game here with Dennis
Smith
Jr.
against Young. Smith drives in.
Yeah, Dennis
And it
having a
looks
pretty good
like
game.
that's gonna be
13,
a
2, and 9
goaltending
right
call.
now.
That's it. So
And that's
they'll
gonna get
get the
simmed up a
basket.
little bit better too. So he's gonna have a double double for sure.
And catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed. So can't fault him. for
I
going
can't wait to look at
block.
the stats actually after
Looking
this
at
game and
who's
see
out there
like
now for the Hawks.
how they're
Hunter's
playing.
checked in for Kevin Herter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Young.
What I like is
I don't
when
think like
Chris
we
Dunn
necessarily
keeps his
need to
poise,
upgrade the
keeps his
defense
eyes
just because
up,
I won. I do
good
think this
things
is where I
happen.
want to be. Is about this
For
competitive.
Atlanta, they have made their only other free throw attempt today. in an earlier trip
This
to the
being
line.
game one, I was
And
kind
look
of
back
playing.
a season ago, they did
I
a
can see
solid
myself
job at the line on
lackadaisically.
about 79% of their free throws.
This seems close enough that
Bay,
it
no
doesn't
good.
necessarily need to be too
The
much
Hawks
harder.
trailing. And Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach
I mean, we'll
Levine
see.
trade a
I
few
might
years
wanna
ago. You know,
up it.
Jay, what's interesting
I might
about
even up
Dunn
it like even
is
a
he
couple
actually
years
played
from
a lot
now,
of
when I'm
small
like, okay,
forward
this
last
team's
season.
How about
stupid.
this? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard. He's only about
Who knows?
6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example
I'm
of
definitely
how
gonna have
small
to pee
ball
after
is
this game.
affecting
It's
every
probably the first thing
front
I'm
court
gonna do.
position.
I'm gonna be like,
We've
game's
seen
over.
real
tea time.
improvement from Chris Dunn at the free throw line. Used to be his Achilles heel.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
All right, they're up one.
Detroit's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Pass to Bay, kicks it to Jackson.
There's a little bit of time in this or game left, kind of.
To the middle. Here's Okafor, and it's blocked. And they're running. Williams outside, and Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That's his
Yikes.
first foul. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction
Feels very
to get a
realistic
hand
almost,
to the shot.
to be honest.
He's the pass
Oh.
to Doumbouya. And now
Rip
the fast
clean.
break. Gallinari with the ball, and Williams with the stop.
Oh,
Gallinari
You're
very
up 3 now.
unselfish, draws a
Not
lot of
happy about
defensive
that.
attention, which often leads to open teammates.
That dunk was rough.
He's in the post. Dunn covering. Outside Jackson. Right wing. Here's Bay. He started by Williams. 6 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I'm chowing
That's on
down
Lou
some
Williams.
goldfish right now.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
who we have shooting free throws? Bay. 6, 3, and 1.
And the first one drops.
7.
Yes.
Some hair. This guy's got some hair.
He's got the fro down.
I like it.
I always like the fro.
He's perfect.
I don't know about
from the
you.
line
I don't know
this
how much
time.
basketball you played.
Money
But I
from
feel
the
like in
stripe.
real
He
life,
does a great job
basketball is the
night in
most
and
like
night out.
you need
Atlanta's gone 1 of
confidence
4 in
in what
three-point
you're
shots here in
doing
the
kind of
third.
sport. Confidence is
Dunn
key in
passes
this
to
the sport
Gallinari.
more than anything. Because like I think you're just not gonna hit a 3
Passes
or
to Williams.
do much of like what you
Back
expect
to Gallinari. Lots of room.
when you're not like confident in
It's
what you're doing.
rebounded by Hayes. The
It's where like I think I
Pistons
really respect
Definitely
like
gotta
players
use the clock here and get the last shot.
who like have
But you know,
style, I
this
guess.
is where your patience
And,
is
like, they're very
tested.
confident
You
in what they're
shoot too
doing,
quickly,
in their
you give your
fashion.
opponent a
It's
chance
like, yeah, that's
to
cool.
close out the
Because
quarter.
like you would need a lot of confidence to be good at it.
And it's Okafor off the
Yeah, I get what you're
drive.
saying. I haven't played much basketball, but that makes sense.
And we've reached the end of the
I
third
think it's
quarter.
more important
Just
than
a
most
sports.
terrific game so far.
I wish I had played
Mhm.
more basketball
On
growing
top,
up because
they
it probably would
lead
have made me
by
better at
1.
other sports.
We're going to
knowing
step
that I have to be
aside for
confident in
just a
myself
second, but
to
join us right
succeed.
back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
We're down 1. Premiere week. I think I should. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
All right.
I'm gonna pause it when I can, but it's pretty. It's hyping
And
me up
let's
like it's a
take this
commercial break.
opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
The State Farm
And
assist of
I'm
the
glad
game.
this was the
Is it
pick
us?
because I
They're
love
winning,
this
so I feel like
pass.
it's gonna be
Such
theirs.
a great dish. That's what I call court
Yeah, that's
vision.
when they're fucking.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to.
Okay, I'll be right back. right, yo, Max is back on this Sunday. Send a text real quick. Let me get back into this. Is this fourth quarter or third quarter for me? I think it's fourth quarter.
Where's it?
You don't always have to build into your teeth. It looks like 3 and cable and
Sling TV's like an app still,
they were
but you need like a way to stream it still.
yeah, you still need internet access, stream,
Like Roku or Amazon
where his
Fire
man
Stick.
can do
Or...
something with it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter.
I don't know if they have all
On
the same
floor
apps.
for
but
Detroit,
pretty funny.
Dumboya is out there with Josh Jackson. Then there's Hayes. Then there's Okafor. And it's Bay in at the 2 spot. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Here's Dunn. Here's Capella. And Okafor with the block. And he recovers it. And it's Capella missing.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys
Game's early for the
can
dunk
do
contest.
amazing
Right?
things around the bucket.
It's kind of hype.
They will.
They're like, Diallo's in
Game-
it. I'm like, oh, so you're saying poster someone.
It's game 1 of the season. They're like, let's look forward to the dunk contest.
I was like, crap, okay. I didn't know we were about that
action.
action.
Top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see
I've never
what
seen that
ends up
before
moving
so
us.
early.
Listen,
No,
I
me
know this
neither.
guy's hoping he gets the
I'm shooting a better
opportunity
percentage
to be
than
a
this
part
Hawks.
of it this year, and it would be
That should
a
probably go
huge
live.
disappointment for him if he's not able to
That's gonna
showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
It's very
And so that's the breakdown as it
Yeah, this
currently
game is pretty
stands.
close.
We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
And they're moving it up. Launches the 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
A big fan of watching Jackson work inside, using his body well to draw the contact. The D can't let
Looked
him
like a
get that
flicker.
close to the basket.
Oops.
That one is off.
And Jackson certainly has a lot of
God damn it.
explosiveness. One of those guys who
That was
really
pretty
wears his heart on his sleeve
The
and
the
brings
way that like
energy
the bar
level
was
every
and
night.
the way it
John
says
Collins, he's
box
checked
in the
in
back
for Atlanta.
really messed with me for a
Bogdanovich
second.
comes in for Williams.
I'm
Dunn
not proud of
passes
it.
to
That just
Bogdanovich.
colors messing me up and everything else.
That's tipped, and
blocked
he
by
gets
James.
it back. 2 points. That one goes. And that ties it up.
Okay.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Hayes.
Oh, Killian
That one is
Hayes.
good. He's only missed 1 shot of his
You're
6
gonna clutch
taken on the
shot there.
floor.
I like it.
And you don't want to allow too many.
I'm
of
not too
those
high on Killian.
Short ones.
Like in real life, I
Right
kind of
now,
am,
in
but
the
like
bounce.
I don't think for this 2K franchise.
Dunn
he's
kicks to
much of a
Bogdanovich.
beyond a world player.
He seems like
And
trash.
he comes up with the deuce. Bogdanovich has got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
And it was great execution. Clutch
Diallo's gonna dunk
effort
with him. Watch.
all the way around.
Stolen by Collins. Fast break here.
Nah,
from
he's
the
gonna,
Hawks.
he's gonna turn the ball over.
And Bogdanovich throws it down.
Credit for
Okay, that's the
making
lead.
that
I need to really focus here.
Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Detroit's
What
gone
does he
past
do?
the three-point line for 13 of their shots.
I don't
6 of
remember that.
13.
They're saying my guy Diallo's a good
Diallo inside. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Damn, A's beat Angels. I think the A's might be good, man.
That's good from Plumlee.
A's are pretty
Trae
solid.
Young, he's checked in for
They
Dunk.
just started off
And
bad.
then for Detroit, Stewart's checked in for Dumboya.
They're
Brett
kind
comes
of
in
hit or
for
miss,
Josh
but they're not
Jackson.
the worst
And
team.
Smith subbed in for Hayes.
I know they went on a hot streak for a while earlier, but
Did you see that the Angels were on streak?
Young with no one around. Drills the
Um,
three-pointer.
kind
And the
of.
Hawks
I know
lead by
fucking
4.
They got back to 500.
Bosch has been bombed. I remember you said they got back to 500.
Oh,
And it's Smith
I need a
missing.
player who can make that shot. That's what I just had beef with Dennis Smith for.
3 in the first half. Nothing.
You know,
in the
getting back
second.
on defense was cool and all,
Pistons trail
but
by 4. Here's Diallo. And that'll be 2
I need
free
a-
throws
I need a
coming
guy
up.
who's gonna
Officials
get
on the
back.
call with the foul.
he was gonna be able to make those like step back threes and just pull it back and like, oh, you gave me so much space. I'm gonna drain this 3. I need a guard like
That's
that.
why we need JR. He's a free agent. We can just get JR.
That's my favorite
That
comment
free
that
throw
you're
good from
gonna say in
Diallo.
this whole show is like, that's why we needed JR.
Second free throw, no good.
Maybe they don't have the super clearance issues. So.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books.
I should
so
probably
far
actually
here in
like
the
try to
fourth.
get steals too. I don't think I played quality defense this game as well.
Now, here's Collins. That one good for 2.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
Pistons trail by
This is where I'm
5.
struggling too. Yeah, like we need this big baller player who's gonna make these clutch shots.
Now Smith to the paint. Here's Plumlee. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Because
Pretty
the
good.
game's
And you
coming
want
to
him
close.
taking
We need a
big
closer.
shots for you in big moments.
I don't know who our closer is right now.
As it gets.
Is it gonna be Dennis?
I don't
Is it
think
gonna
he
be
expected to
Diallo?
get that good of a look.
It's gonna be one of our
Poor
bigs.
communication defensively.
Here's Young. That one goes in.
Because Young can get whatever you
Young's got
want.
21 in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few
Stewart
times. Having
or
an easy bucket
Grant?
in the paint.
At least the way our team's currently set up.
And Smith
Or
gets
JR.
double teamed. Pass to Diallo. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Hawks.
Damn. Not
Cabela's
clutch.
got 9 rebounds now tonight. Bogdanovich dishes to Hunter.
Ooh,
Young with a terrific move and the bucket.
that's some shit.
And it's a
We're actually like
7-point
losing the
Hawks
game
lead.
like right now.
And now you see them starting
I can
to
see it
really
happening
work the ball
before my
inside.
eyes.
And
Yeah, it's
stolen
just
by
like
Hunter.
moves like that.
Fast break, the Hawks. Moving it up.
I fucking hate that shit too, though.
Here's Capella.
Ugh.
By Capella.
That's
Has a
yeah.
nose for the ball.
They just beat me up in that past couple minutes, and I was like, damn it, wait.
For those offensive rebounds.
It's like borderline
Timeout
game.
called by Detroit.
Like you could come back, but you have to
Their
like really
defense in
clutch
the
it.
paint. They've gotta be better.
It's a matter
Clearly, I gotta go with
of
my
want
bench.
to. Helping out,
this my stars?
contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
I'm gonna put Dumboya back in. Put it back in. He's gonna bang back in. Both our point guards are like.
I was gonna
dead.
say he didn't hang himself anywhere, but
I'm kind of thinking throwing like a Corey Joseph in there just because.
it sounds like fake news.
I'm gonna do this for like a minute. Okay, I'm gonna do like a lineup like this, and then I'm gonna pull out my other guys.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
Let's see if I can defend.
Okay,
Young.
sure, yeah.
Well,
And
he's
get
got
back
his
in
field
this.
goal percentage in the high 50s, and that says a lot.
Dude,
about
whatever
how
Trey
well
does,
he's been
like,
able to kinda exploit
can't
the
stop
gaps
Trey.
in the
Kind of
defense.
fussy.
His motion, his ability
really
to
going
find
Steph
open
Curry on me
spots
right
on
now.
the floor. You can definitely see the difference.
He was ever
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't
good
get
as a game as
enough
we've
of
ever
it
seen
when he
him play.
explodes like
I
this.
agree.
It becomes a special atmosphere in here. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
It's
Hey,
opening
Kevin,
week.
well,
He's trying to
Dwayne
make an
Casey just
impression.
going over the game plan with his team down the stretch. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Why is Corey Joseph
From
on
10 feet out.
freaking
They get it back,
John
and the
Collins.
basket is good. Capella's got the lead up to 11 now for Atlanta.
And guys, when
Lead up to
Capella's playing
11?
like this,
I can't
it's
win
an
this game. I'm sorry,
added
dude.
bonus. Love seeing him catch fire.
Okafor, the pass to Joseph. To stop the run, and the layup is up and in.
Definitely.
Joseph's got his first bucket of the
I think
night.
my team was overall
If you
tired.
came to watch a scoring battle,
And like, yeah, we
you're
don't
in
have the
right
clutch
place.
player who like I can give the
both
ball
teams
to
trying
like
to close
win
out
this game.
strong. These are the fireworks that fans
I got
came
your
to
son.
see.
At least like maybe I did have that player.
And
I just
they
didn't know
call
who
the
it
foul,
was.
So a chance at the line for
In
one
game
more
one.
coming up.
And a great
might be there.
display of physicality
I think
from
like
Capella.
especially once I
He's not
sim,
one to shy
I might know
away
like
from
who
contact.
ends up being one of our better
That's good
players
from
this
Capella.
season.
And the amount of pressure
Hopefully.
that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, G.A. Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also, possibly could do it in the same season.
Oh.
For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he
Call a
handles it.
timeout. I don't think I
Time
can win
called
this
here.
game.
The Pistons
I just,
decide to talk it
I'm
over.
set up my best rotation
They're trailing by
and
14.
try.
I don't see how you
1:35
could
left
really
here in
win the
fourth
game at
quarter.
this point. It's pretty much mathematically impossible. Down by 14. Minute 38 left. Yeah.
A different look here for Detroit. Stewart's checked in for Dumboya. Grant comes in for Jackson. And it's Dennis Smith in for Joseph. Shot from the inbound.
This is
1:33
a
left
jump
in the
scare.
fourth quarter.
Terrible attempt.
Smith, no luck.
How do you use it?
The
This
pass to
video.
Hunter.
This is so stupid. Why is Dennis Smith supposed to cover him?
Good for the
I never
basket.
asked to switch. I'm trying to guard freaking Trae Young the whole time, and it's like,
So just
switch onto the
rolling
center.
to
I'm like,
finish line now
no.
in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hawks.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Clint Capella.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Clock is at 3.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Shot and game clock separated by 5.
Yeah. All right, I'm feeling good about these settings. Like, I lost just in the end.
Young against Smith.
Like, I had a good shot to win.
Steps back and fires.
Yeah, you definitely
And
lost by enough
again
that
with
I
the
feel
bucket.
like
And
it doesn't need
you
to be
know they
hard.
feel good giving
It
their
felt like
fans
I needed a
show here
superstar to win.
while taking care of business.
They're
Makes
going
sense.
to win by a nice
I had a really
margin.
good game with
The
Dennis Smith
effort
Jr.
was there
too.
all night.
Like, I could
And
put
the
that up
heart
with
Smith
a rookie.
plays with is
I think.
incredible. You can try to stop him,
15
but
and
he's
10.
committed to scoring.
And 3, but 15, 3, and 10. We'll see. His free throws, but. Whoa.
Smith
Okay.
no good on the free throw. Here's Young. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin.
Well, that's
It was a
embarrassing.
tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never
Dude, I
find.
hear cracking
The
new beer.
energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And a checks down and
Yes,
sends it over
yes.
to David Aldridge. Staying
agree,
by
I agree.
courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Trey, this is a young
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA.
Again, coming.
Oh my. I let 3 players score 20 on me in 8-minute quarters. And the best I could do is 15. Jackson did not live up to the potential I kind of hyped him up there for. But I didn't give him too much.
No, Jackson did his shit.
I mean, they're. I was looking at their plus minus, and like they're all bad. So I'm not gonna get too mad about it. They're all just like, nah, we lost the game pretty much every second of the game. Okay. We're gonna learn a lot though from this first game. That theoretically we lost 120 to 147. It was one of those games, right? Trey hits us for near 40, had 12 assists. Capella went off with 30 and 20. Bogdan, I don't even remember Bogdan scoring on me once, if I'm going to be completely honest. And I know he just destroyed us. For us, though, 25 and 15 for Dennis Smith Jr. Like, he tried.